In the vast tapestry of life, each of us encounters myriad challenges, ranging from mundane difficulties to profound existential crises. It's easy to view these challenges as obstacles, disruptions to our peace and happiness. However, what if we reframe our perception and consider the possibility that these everyday challenges are not mere hindrances but spiritual tests designed by a higher intelligence, or them, to guide and grow us? Let's first examine the nature of these challenges. Imagine you're late for an important meeting and suddenly you're stuck in traffic. Your initial reaction might be frustration or anxiety. But what happens when you see this situation as a test of patience or an opportunity to remain calm under pressure? The scenario takes on a new meaning, doesn't it? It becomes a moment not just of challenge, but of potential personal growth. This perspective invites us to consider that perhaps they, whether you interpret them as the universe, God, fate, or another form of higher consciousness, are using these moments as tools for our spiritual development. Each challenge becomes a lesson in a universal classroom, each difficulty a question on a cosmic test designed to deepen our understanding of ourselves and expand our spiritual capacity. Moreover, this viewpoint encourages us to ask why we face the challenges we do. Is there a pattern to the difficulties you encounter? Do similar challenges recur, perhaps in different guises? If we observe carefully, we might notice that certain types of challenges repeat themselves, suggesting that there are specific lessons we need to learn. For example, if you frequently find yourself in conflicts with others, could it be that they are encouraging you to learn more about communication, empathy, or humility? In addition to recognizing patterns, this approach also urges us to consider our responses to these challenges. Each reaction we have can either move us closer to or further from our higher potential. When faced with a challenge, do you react with anger, anxiety, or despair? Or do you respond with patience, perseverance, and creativity? Our responses are crucial, for they determine whether we pass or fail each spiritual test. This leads us to a deeper question. How do we cultivate the ability to respond to life's challenges in ways that enhance our spiritual growth? The answer lies in developing mindfulness and awareness. By becoming more mindful, we can observe our thoughts and emotions without immediately reacting to them. This space of awareness allows us to choose responses that align with our higher selves and the lessons we need to learn. As we wrap up the first part of our exploration, reflect on this. How might your life change if you viewed every challenge as a spiritual test intentionally placed by they? What if every difficulty is an opportunity deliberately crafted to help you grow? The alchemy of adversity, transforming challenges into spiritual gold. In our ongoing exploration of life's daily challenges as spiritual tests, it is essential to consider how we can actively prepare ourselves to meet these moments not just adequately, but in a way that catalyzes profound personal and spiritual growth. To turn our adversities into advantages, we must equip ourselves with the right tools and perspectives, transforming each challenge into a stepping stone towards a higher state of being. One of the most powerful tools at our disposal is the practice of reflection. When faced with a challenge, rather than reacting impulsively, we can pause and reflect. This moment of pause is a powerful act of self-awareness, allowing us to step back and view the situation from a broader perspective. What is this challenge teaching me? What aspects of myself are being tested or called to evolve? Reflection turns a moment of potential conflict into an opportunity for insight, making it a crucible in which spiritual growth is accelerated. Another vital aspect in our spiritual toolkit is the cultivation of virtues such as patience, compassion, and humility. Each of these virtues not only helps us to navigate challenges more effectively, but also aligns us more closely with our highest selves. For instance, practicing patience in a moment of frustration slows down our reactive impulses, giving us the chance to choose a more considered response. Compassion allows us to see beyond our own immediate discomfort and consider a greater good, while humility can help us acknowledge our own limitations and open ourselves to learning from the situation. Let's examine how these virtues can transform a typical challenge. Consider a scenario where you are unfairly criticized at work. An immediate response might be to defend yourself aggressively, which could escalate the situation. Instead, patience gives you the grace to hold back your snap judgments and respond thoughtfully. Compassion lets you consider the possible stresses your critic is facing, and humility might lead you to find grains of truth in their criticism that could help you grow. Equally important is the practice of gratitude. Gratitude is not just about being thankful for the good things. It also involves appreciating the hidden gifts within our struggles. By fostering gratitude for every experience, we open ourselves to the lessons and opportunities that lie within them, even if they are challenging. This shift in perspective can dramatically alter our experience of life's tests, helping us to remain open and receptive to the wisdom they have to offer. Moreover, embracing a mindset of impermanence can profoundly impact how we handle life's tests. Recognizing that no condition is permanent, whether good or bad, helps us to endure difficult times with a greater sense of peace. It reminds us that challenges are just temporary obstacles, lessons to be learned before they pass. This understanding can lessen the intensity of our struggles and increase our resilience. As we continue to navigate through our daily lives, filled with their inevitable ups and downs, it is crucial to remember that the goal is not to avoid challenges. Rather, the aim is to engage with them in ways that promote our spiritual growth. This engagement does not mean that the path will always be easy or that every moment will be filled with light and joy. There will be times of darkness and difficulty, moments when our newly cultivated virtues seem to fail us. During these times, it's important to lean even more into our spiritual practices. Meditation, prayer, or simply sitting in silence can help to center and stabilize us, reconnecting us with our inner strength and wisdom. These practices provide the inner space needed to remember and apply our reflections, virtues, and gratitude, even under pressure. This journey through each challenge as a spiritual test is not a solitary one. We are supported by them, whether you envision this as a divine presence, the universe, or a deeper interconnectedness among all things. This support does not remove obstacles from our path, but rather ensures that we are never alone as we face them, providing us with the spiritual tools we need to grow and thrive. As we conclude this part of our discussion, think about the challenges you've recently faced. Consider how applying reflection, cultivating virtues, practicing gratitude, and embracing impermanence might have changed your experience and what you might have learned from it. The luminous transformation, unveiling the spiritual mastery within. As we journey deeper into understanding life's challenges as spiritual tests, we recognize that consistent application of the principles discussed earlier not only prepares us to face these tests, but also initiates a profound transformation within us. This transformation is not merely about becoming better at navigating difficulties, but about realizing and manifesting our true spiritual potential. Through the persistent practice of reflection, cultivation of virtues, gratitude, and recognition of impermanence, we gradually begin to see a shift in our very nature. Our responses to challenges become more instinctual in their wisdom and less reactionary in their emotionality. We start to embody the virtues we once had to consciously practice: patience, compassion, humility, and gratitude become the default lenses through which we view not only our challenges but also our everyday experiences. This internal shift significantly affects our external reality. The way we interact with the world changes. We become more present, more aware, and more intentional in our actions. Our relationships begin to reflect this change, deepening in their authenticity and richness. Colleagues, friends, and family start to respond to the peace and wisdom that naturally emanate from us, creating a ripple effect of positivity and growth around us. Imagine a scenario where previously, a harsh word from a friend might have triggered a day of resentment and self-doubt. Now, armed with a deep-seated practice of reflection and compassion, you might find yourself responding with understanding and kindness, perhaps even helping your friend through their own struggles. This is the power of spiritual transformation. It not only changes how we see the world, but also how the world sees and interacts with us. Moreover, as we continue to pass these spiritual tests, our understanding of the nature of these challenges evolves. Initially perceived as hurdles imposed by an external force, they begin to reveal themselves as carefully curated experiences designed to help us grow into our fullest potential. We start to see them not as distant or external, but as intimately connected to our innermost journeys. This realization can lead to a profound sense of unity with the cosmos, a feeling that we are participating in a grand, divine play wherein each role is crucial and cherished. This deep connection also fosters a sense of purpose and direction. Understanding that each challenge is a stepping stone towards greater spiritual maturity provides us with a roadmap for our personal and spiritual development. It shifts our perspective from one of surviving life to one of thriving in it. Each obstacle is an invitation to step up and step into a more empowered version of ourselves. As we align more closely with this divine orchestration, we find that our intuition sharpens. We become more attuned to the subtle messages and guidance that they provide. Decisions that once seemed daunting now come with clarity and confidence, as we learn to trust the guidance that flows through us. This trust is not blind, but is built on the solid foundation of our spiritual practices and the experiences we have navigated. These transformations bring us to a critical realization. Spiritual mastery is not about reaching a state of perpetual peace or joy, devoid of challenges. Rather, it is about developing the ability to remain centered, compassionate, and wise amidst the flux of life's inherent challenges. It is about recognizing that each moment, no matter how difficult, carries with it an invaluable gift for our spiritual evolution. As we prepare to explore the final part of our discussion, reflect on your own life's journey. How have your challenges shaped you? How might seeing them as spiritual tests change your approach to future difficulties? Transcending the self. Cultivating a legacy of wisdom and compassion. As we venture into the concluding segment of our exploration, we focus on the broader implications of mastering life's spiritual tests. This journey, while deeply personal, does not occur in isolation. Each step toward spiritual maturity not only transforms us, but also has the potential to impact the world around us. By mastering the spiritual tests presented by everyday challenges, we contribute to a legacy of wisdom, compassion, and peace that extends far beyond our individual existence. When we embody the virtues of patience, humility, gratitude, and compassion, we naturally begin to influence those around us. Consider the concept of emotional contagion, the phenomenon where emotions can spread from person to person. If we approach our challenges with a calm and centered demeanor, we offer those around us a model of how to handle adversity. This modeling has a subtle yet profound effect on our environment. It encourages a culture of resilience and understanding in our communities, be it in families, workplaces, or social circles. Moreover, as we align our actions with deeper spiritual principles, we begin to make choices that prioritize long-term benefits over immediate, self-centered gains. This shift in decision-making can lead to more sustainable and ethical practices in various aspects of life, including business, education, and personal relationships. By choosing what is right over what is easy, we contribute to the creation of a more just and compassionate society. Our spiritual growth also enables us to face global challenges with a sense of responsibility and proactive engagement. In a world grappling with issues like environmental degradation, social injustice, and widespread conflict, individuals who have cultivated depth of character and wisdom are invaluable. They can lead by example, inspiring collective action and fostering hope in times of despair. Their presence reminds others that every effort counts and that change often starts with the individual. The legacy we create through our spiritual mastery is not about leaving behind material wealth or achieving personal fame. It is about the imprint we leave on the collective human consciousness. Each act of kindness, each moment of truth, and each decision made from a higher state of awareness contributes to a tapestry of collective evolution. This legacy is about planting seeds for a future where human potential is fully realized in ways that honor compassion, integrity, and interconnectedness. Imagine a world where every individual views their daily challenges as spiritual tests meant to refine and elevate their souls. In such a world, adversity is no longer an enemy but a catalyst for growth. The societal implications are vast. Systems built on competition and scarcity could shift towards models of cooperation and abundance. Relationships at all levels might be governed by mutual respect and understanding rather than dominance and manipulation. As we wrap up this profound exploration, it's vital to remember that this journey is ongoing. Spiritual mastery is not a destination but a continuous process of learning, growing, and contributing. It requires diligence, courage, and an open heart. It asks of us to not only rise to our challenges but to also lift others as we climb. Reflect on the challenges you faced and consider how they have prepared you not just for your own growth, but for how they enable you to contribute to the world. How will you use your experiences and insights to impact others? How will you ensure that your spiritual journey enriches not only your life, but also the lives of those around you? In embracing this perspective, we see that our daily challenges are indeed spiritual tests, intricately woven into the fabric of our destiny not only to refine us, but to also enable us to play a pivotal role in the human story. Let this awareness inspire you to live each day with purpose, knowing that each obstacle is an opportunity to contribute to a legacy of wisdom and compassion.